What is going on, you guys? It's your host, Galadon. It's update time again, or balancing time, I should say. And let me tell you, we did something kind of interesting in my full attack clan, and that was I asked players if they were interested in using any of these cards right here. And I just listed a few cards, and a couple of players in full attack, well, they decided to use all 8 of the cards and try them out. And it just so happens that those 8 cards are the 8 cards that we are seeing balance changes to coming in just a couple of days, starting with, you guessed it, the Executioner. You guys, come on. You're kidding yourself if you didn't think this big guy was gonna get nerfed. I mean, come on. It is time for nerf, nerf, nerf. Yes, the triple nerf to the Executioner is on its way, beginning with a 6% reduction in his damage. He is going to have his range reduced to 4.5 from 5 tiles. That is a big change. And then the axe hit radius reduced by 10%. I'm guessing that that axe hit radius is going to help reduce when he's killing units to the side of him and behind him. It's really going to be a big nerf, and it's going to bring the Executioner back in line, well, with other units, because especially at the challenge tournament level, you're just seeing a huge overuse of him. And hey, come on. It killed my Zap Bait deck, so I'm happy to see the Executioner get toned down just a little bit, but it's tough. I mean, I understand the frustration, you guys, because a lot of people say, oh man, the Executioner was so strong, I gemmed him up, I spent all my time working on getting those cards or asking for those Executioners in clan chat, and now he's going to get nerfed, and it's a huge waste of my time. But I guess you just have to look back and realize that this is something that happens a lot. It's very frequent that you see a brand new unit come in and be too powerful and then get turned down just a little bit, and that's exactly what has happened to the Executioner. Now, this round of balance changes is mostly buffs, very few nerfs, and here is a change to the poison spell that looks like a nerf initially, but it's not. The duration of the poison spell is reduced to 8 seconds from 10, but the damage per second has been increased by 24%. And for you advanced math geniuses out there, if you work that all out, it means that the poison spell itself is going to do the exact same amount of damage, but it's going to do it more quickly. So in effect, this is a big buff to the poison spell, because as you see right here on the screen, units are usually moving through that poison spell. Here, if they pass through it, they're going to suffer damage more quickly than before. So you might have to be a little more careful about your timing with it and placement as to where units are pathing, but overall, I think that's a definite increase in the effectiveness of the poison spell. And yes, right there, Gunshy with a 3-crown win with what we're calling the update or balance deck, all 8 balance changing cards together, and surprisingly, an effective combination. Alright, next up is going to be the Witch, and she is going to have a damage increase of 6%. This is pretty consistent with pretty much whatever you're always going to expect in balance changes. Look for the cards that are being used the least, and those are going to get increased. That's exactly what happened to the Witch, and that's exactly what is going to happen to the PEKKA, this time in a reduction of deployment time from 3 seconds down to just 1. So an indirect buff, but definitely should help out usage of that big old PEKKA. Now here's another one a lot of people have been asking about, the Dark Prince finally getting a buff, 5% more hit points. Is it enough to bring the Dark Prince back into being relevant again, or is he going to be left behind? We just have to wait and see. I do feel like he is a great card, and hopefully that 5% extra hit points will make him useful once again. Next up, the Baby Dragon, here on the same lines as the Wizard change, having its range increased from 3 to 3.5. Maybe the Clash Royale team liked what they saw after they buffed the Wizard in this manner, so they did it to the Baby Dragon as well. Again, we just have to wait and see. Another underused card. Next up, guess who? Skeletons. Yes, the 1 Elixir Skeletons. Ledude is back. Yes, Ledude has been found. The skeleton count up to 4 from 3. I love this. This is one of my favorite cards. Very excited to see that. They were already pretty good at slowing down Elite Barbs, and that's pretty much what this is going to be. It's going to help nerf cards like the Elite Barbs, like the Mini PEKKA, and the full-size PEKKA. interestingly enough, getting that buff by time deployment reduction, but this is an indirect nerf to the P.E.K.K.A with those 1 elixir skeletons grabbing an extra member. Okay, I realize I just said grabbing an extra member. That was awkward. Moving on. Yes, it is going to be a skeleton that's coming from the skeleton army. It's going to see a reduction from 16 to 15. So Ladute moving on over, or moving on up, or moving on down, whatever the case may be. He's gone from the skeleton army over to the single elixir skeletons. A very slight nerf for the skeleton army. We'll see. So again, you guys, that's it for balance changes. The only 2 cards seeing a nerf, the Skeleton Army and, of course, the Executioner. All of the other 6 cards in this update balancing deck have been buffed. Let me know what you guys think. It's going to be interesting to watch these guys in action. And did we discover, did the Clash Royale team want a new meta? Could this be it? Could this deck be the one that works? I cannot begin to tell you guys. A ton of full attack members started trying this deck out, and they're having a lot of success. I was really surprised to see that many players doing well at it. Right here, we've got Gunshy one more time, who is a very skilled player nonetheless, and like I always say, it really comes down to more skill than cards. If you've got a sound deck, it comes down to the player, and you guys know that from watching my battles. I mean, I can use the best deck out there, but you get the point. Alright, so we're into overtime with Gunshy at the helm of this new update deck, and he is going to make some headway in there. I really like the P.E.K.K.A now. The P.E.K.K.A with that reduced deployment time is going to be a lot of fun. Love to see it in there. It's a great counter to, you noticed, Elite Barbs. It's a great counter to the Executioner. Also, of course, a great counter to large units like the Giant, the Royal Giant, and, well, maybe not the Lava Hound, but the Giant and the Royal Giant. So this one's just about to wrap up because Gunshy is getting ready to put together a big push right here. Gonna get those units out of the way. Love the use of the poison spell. Any second now, we're down to 2 minutes in overtime. It's just a matter of getting some protection for the P.E.K.K.A, and that's what this deck really seems to do because the Witch, the Baby Dragon, the Skeleton Army, the Dark Prince, and the Poison Spell, even the Executioner, they're all fantastic crowd control for getting rid of those little units and getting that P.E.K.K.A to the tower. And that is exactly what Gunshy is trying repeatedly right here, dropping the P.E.K.K.A in the middle. This time the Tombstone goes down in time. The Executioner for crowd control, and then a nice tornado from the Korean player as he centers those units and lets the Executioner go to work. Poison Spell, though, that's going to do more damage to that tower, help finish off that Executioner. Gunshy now has his opponent's tower to under 700 hit points, just chipping away. He's got to stop this next counter, and then maybe put together the one that's going to win it for him with the update deck. Doesn't look good, stopping the Giant just in time. Lightning Spell. This battle is so close. In comes the Dark Prince and the Dragon trying to get there. Executioner defending. Great tornado once again. But look at that Poison Spell, grinding that tower down. That is going to finish off this tower. There it is. And another win for Gunshy. And watching all these guys in full attack winning was like, okay, maybe this deck is actually good. Maybe an average player could actually win with it. Now, you guys know where I'm going with this. Yes, it's a battle of my own, so before you turn the video off, at the end, I've got some comments. I'm going to start reviewing some of the best comments of previous videos, so if you want to check that out, you're going to have to suffer through this, or you can skip the next 2 minutes and 45 seconds or so. All right, so it didn't start out great, I'll admit. You know, obviously, the Skeleton Army not doing a great job against the Executioner, but hey, come on, I didn't see the Executioner go down yet. Dark Prince in there, couldn't quite get the splash on the Executioner. Does eventually work out, though. Check out the Blade, missing the Witch. That worked out really well. Not going to get the charge in. He's going to get taken out by the tower, but a surprising combination. You saw Gunshy with this as well. Baby Dragon and the Witch together, just doing all sorts of damage to this tower. Over 1,000 hit points come off that tower in the first 50 seconds. Here come the Elite Barbarians. And one's going to get to the tower because Galadon sucks, I understand. But I'm going to get the Wizard and the other one down with the Executioner. And, well, it really only took one Elite Barbarian to, okay, finish off my tower. So, yes, I know what you're saying. Galadon sucks. It's okay. I'm laughing because, well, There were a lot of people watching this. I'll throw up a screenshot at the end and you'll see. I think we were somewhere around 30 people watching this battle at the peak because of all the Facebook friends that I have now. Just not helping me out. It's not improving my performance, I'll admit that. Here comes another Royal Giant, countered by the Skeleton Army once again. He is not going to get the counter to the counter off in time, and great poison spell coming in handy, stops the minion horde. Giant P.E.K.K.A is, okay, easily countered with a 3 elixir Skeleton Army, but that's only because I was so tough and so occupied on the left-hand side. So, I know what you're saying, it doesn't look good. Typical Galadon battle right now. But hold your horses. You think I would show this battle if I was just going to get annihilated? Oh, okay, I might anyway, but I'm not, trust me. Alright, we're into double elixir. I've got the Witch moving forward. Not such a great unit to lead the charge. In behind her, the Executioner. You see, he's got 2 Executioners down now. Not looking good. I squeeze the P.E.K.K.A in at the river. That's not going to be very effective either. His Executioner in on the left-hand side there. Going to counter with the Dark Prince just in time, and that turns out to be a pretty good counter. Prince takes out the Executioner easily. And on the right-hand side, yes! Look who tied it up, baby! Tying it up with 30 seconds left. In comes the defensive Royal Giant on the right-hand side, and the Elite Barbarians on the left. Now, 4 skeletons would be great right here, but I'll get by with just 3, and a full-size P.E.K.K.A. Imagine right there, you guys, post-balancing, when you've got 4 skeletons instead of 3, a faster deployment to the P.E.K.K.A. In comes the poison on the right, that takes out the minion horde. Trying to put something together on the left-hand side, the dragon gets to the tower, his skeleton army counteracting my skeleton army, but my P.E.K.K.A is still up for a little bit anyway, trying to get it just to get like 1 shot on the tower. He gets another Skarmy in there. My Executioner gonna do a great job right there. Another balance change. You lose that range to the Executioner, and I'm thinking his blade does not hit that tower post-balancing. Alright, right here I got a little bit lucky with the poison spell. That poison spell, very lucky. In comes the minion horde. They're easily wiped out. Once again, just trying to get any P.E.K.K.A to the tower before it gets annihilated. Again, can't get the job done. Dark Prince chasing down the Royal Giant. P.E.K.K.A gone. Executioner all by himself. And almost 1 full minute into overtime, guess who is ahead in this battle? Believe it or not, Galadon is pulling ahead right here. I've got the Witch, the Baby Dragon going down, trying to take out that Executioner. Again, just chip damage with the poison spell, helping to control the other units, but also it's a good amount of damage off that tower every single time. Now we just have to stop the Royal Giant. Gotta love the P.E.K.K.A right here. Just about 50% of the health of that Royal Giant goes down with every P.E.K.K.A shot. In comes the Executioner, wiping out the minion horde. 1:40 left. Look at that. Elite Barbs on the right-hand side, just in time. Skarmy getting in there, and that means we can focus on the left. He mirrors his Elite Barbarians. Probably not a good idea right there. Very costly. And here comes my counter. Good counter, wiping out all of those units at once. The Baby Dragon, Dark Prince, Poison Spell, Spells, Doom. That is it. Somehow, update balancing deck grabs me an overtime 2-1 win. So it's a lot of fun, you guys. Definitely enjoying it. And I'm also enjoying your comments. I had to throw these comments up, and I want to start to do this a little more often in my videos. We'll highlight some of the best comments from previous videos, like this one from Anonymous Gaming, who said, Galadon, if you reply, I would be forever happy. Well, I had to reply and congratulate him on eternal bliss. I mean, come on, that's something that we all strive for, so congratulations on that. Moving on, we've got a comment from Mateo Ray, who says, if Galadon replies, I'll jump in the snow naked. And 39 thumbs up on that comment early on in the video's release, so good luck with that one. Mateo, I do not need proof. I don't need proof. Okay, and the third comment of the day, this one telling a bit of a story, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Thank you, Terry Lee, for helping to entertain my viewers who are scrolling through the comments with this conversation that went kind of like this. I'm hungry. Why don't you check the fridge? Okay, I'm rushing to the kitchen. Maybe you'll find some turkey. Let's see what I fancy. I did find some turkey. Pack is stone cold and covered in grease. Yuck. There's no way you can eat that. I know, I guess I'll just have a can of chili. Denmark, your name on the can. Can you do it for me? Nope, I'm never gonna do it. I reckon it's bad anyway. Want a piece of leather or some moldy bread? Neither of them is safe to eat. Are you serious? I'm so tired I ran for an hour today. It sure took you long enough. It's really hard sometimes. Yeah, man, I feel you. Sit dish booty down and let's talk about this mess. There's only one explanation, and I think you know what that is. And then the comment gets a little bit political, so we'll leave it off. If you guys want to find it, it's on yesterday's video. Thank you guys again, as always, for watching, for leaving your comments. I do still read them, and I will try to highlight some in future episodes. You guys are the true #GalaFam. I love every single one of you. Thank you for watching the videos. Please do come back again tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there and make every attack a full attack.
Galadon!
Sorry, Peter, this video is already too long.
Galadon!